Around our friend Roger Grobley, head of financial market analysis at LGT Capital Management in Singapore, with us on the show today to talk us through what is going on. It seems like we were kind of cheering the mood. The G8 was out with a slightly cautiously optimistic assessment after their meeting in Italy over the weekend. Then kapow, look what happens today. This is kind of schizophrenic. We're a little bit all over the place. Roger?
Yes, it looks like, and investors tend to make decisions on what is likely going to happen before it's going to happen, actually. So investors now, they are scared that after the G8 meeting, they confirmed that they're going to release some of the quantitative easings, and of course investors believe now interest rate will increase faster than expected. So it looks like that the green shoots now is a little bit surrounded by some weed killers. But I don't think this is the end of the recovery, because we still have some optimistic signals from the economy. Of course, we have some burdens like the job market in the US, but still, a fact is that most of the private investors, they were not in the market so far. And of course, now they're waiting for some signs from some earnings, and there's no earnings data for the time being. So there's a bit of uncertainty, and I would call it the fight between the bull and the bear camp. And both have a little bit of right in certain ways, but actually I don't think the correction will be extremely deep. It will be quite shallow, just to stabilize on the current level, and then we go for the next trigger.
Fern in Tokyo, you're talking about the bulls and the bears there. We heard from Merrill Lynch saying that the Nikkei may rise to 12,000 by summer because with the economic recovery, if there is indeed a recovery, corporate earnings are going to start to improve. But also Nomura saying that's not so. Nikkei is going to plateau at 10,000 because corporate earnings are going to lag by at least 12 months. What's your view there?
Yes. When we see the recent data, then we always talk about month-over-month data. When we see the industrial production in May rose by 5.9%, then it's certainly an increase. But it's still, if we compare with the previous quarter, then it's still on a pretty low level. But I think that some of the Japanese companies, they're extremely well equipped to participate in the global recovery. But we also have to need the support of the politicians, actually. And I see that maybe as looking forward to the elections in September, maybe that they come up with some goodies. Like we all know that the GDP is mainly driven by domestic consumption, so it's even higher than in the US, it's about 80%. So what we really need are some stimulus to lower the savings rate of the Japanese people and maybe to relieve the inheritance tax. And this might give some additional inputs. However, since most of the global investors missed the rally in Asian stock markets, I think that they will invest more money into Japan now in order not to miss the next boat as well. So I definitely believe that Japan came back in the limelight of the investors.
All right.